So the M system for teaching, you know, here's what a teacher is. First of all, what are you? Are you an educator? Are you a teacher? Are you a coach? I mean, that's what we've got to start with first. What are you trying to do here? So there's a lot of people out there. This whole industry is flooded now with a lot of people that are educators. What they do is they just give out a lot of information. You're seeing it with all of the biomechanics and the numbers and the statistics. Okay, those people are educators. They're giving you a lot of numbers. Are their numbers correct? Yeah, sure they are. Are they relevant, and when are they relevant? So that's what we've got to sort through that. So do you want to be an educator? Do you want to be a teacher? Which a teacher is somebody who starts to show someone how to learn something, okay? Then there's a coach, someone who teaches somebody how to take what they have and turn it into a product or be able to perform a job, to be successful in life. So they call them life coaches. Well, you want to end up being a golf coach. Obviously you need to know about the numbers. You obviously need to know some of the science. However, you don't want to think that because you sound really technical or you know numbers, somehow that makes you a good coach. There's a lot of great educators out there that are terrible coaches. They don't really get people much better, but they know a lot. So the first thing is deciding where you want to go, and we got to balance those things out. So you have to start to learn at least a little bit about multiple different areas. What's the game about? What are we trying to do when we play the game? What's necessary to playing the game? Physically, how do people deal with who they are physically? We're all different. We all are made differently. We've got different tendencies. So you need to know a little bit about the physical side of people. How do you determine if somebody makes a certain amount of rotation or not, or what fits them? Then you have to know a little bit about the physics, because everything we do on this planet is driven by these forces and utilizes those forces. So you need to know a little bit about all those areas. Now here's where I made a mistake coming up. Each one of those areas, as I started to understand more and more about it, that became the area to hang out in. I see what's happening now with golf, all this information about muscle firing patterns, the biomechanics of it. I got so involved in that became the way to teach. Well, here's the deal with that. Science is the study of what's happening. It's not necessarily the way to do it. I won't necessarily disagree with the numbers and the force plates and all things they're coming up with, but just because they identify what's happening doesn't mean that that's the way you're going to do it and make those numbers show up. Most of those numbers are effects, they are not causes. So as we start to go through this, it's starting to understand cause and effect. Learning to teach someone or help somebody in this game, you have to first understand the process. It's about concepts and skill developments. If you want to really help somebody to ascertain where are they in this process of learning, it's really easy in other areas. In math, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 5 is 11. Whoa, time out. We're off. If you go on, you're gonna break down, because it's not gonna work, because something's wrong with your concepts, something's wrong with the skills. The same with basketball, baseball, a lot of these sports, either the speed of the ball coming at you or the severity of the sport force you to a pace you understand. So you have to get control of certain things to go on to another level, or you stagnate. So part of this process is understanding what those things are. What is the process, if there is one? How do you guide someone through it and decide where they're at? Now, the other part of this is you're not just teaching somebody or coaching them or educating them on how to hit a golf ball. You do become a life coach, because golf swings and the game of golf has a lot of crossovers to life, and how people deal with life sometimes affects their golf. So from my perspective, working with tour players or very good players, amateurs and that, their relationships with their families, their relationships with their significant other, what they feel about themselves plays in big time into how well they play the game, because it's managing all those emotions, which becomes another issue. Now we have emotions. What emotions are we dealing with? How do we term those emotions? What really are they? How does your brain react to different stimulus when you're on the course? Is it a bad thing or a good thing? You might think that what you're feeling is bad and try to get away from it, when in reality it's really good, you just don't know how to channel it. So this whole deal is going to be about how do we develop not just a swing, but a game and a way to deal with the game. That's what this whole process is about. It's not just about, here's how you put your hands on the club, here's where you stand, and this is how you swing. That's one very small part of playing the game. So this whole process will be a lot of fun, and you start to learn a lot about the people you're with, and you even learn a lot about yourself.